This computer. They move those buttons every once in a while on Zoom, don't they?
Yes, I actually put mine in. Apparently, you can drag and drop it into your toolbar now.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make do that after we finish then. Which, I mean, Greg, I finished this show. I watched it live last night, so I'd be prepared for this morning.
You watched this live? Why'd you watch this shit live?
Well, not live. I was started an hour late. By the time I caught up.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing.
I caught up, and it didn't take very much effort.
So I did not I did the same sort of thing. I started it live, or started it like the hour behind, and I watched a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, enough of this crap. I'm going to bed. And I think that was the best decision I could make.
Oh, you finished it?
I got up this morning and finished it.
Why did you?
1.5 times speed, because.
Is this when we talk? Oh, do we talk? Oh, well, look, we're not in sync yet. This is where we talk about how great, how they fixed the issue. Netflix did.
Did they? I don't know. I had my MacBook out.
I feel like they fixed some of it.
Did they? Oh,
So
I was actually just bitching about this to my kid yesterday.
So you can. I don't know if I haven't turned on my phone yet, but if you're watching it on your like Apple device, I was watching it on my Apple TV. Well, basically started at 10. I opened up the thing. It said, "Would you like to go to the beginning of the show?" Click. At any point, you can go right to live.
Yeah.
And it'll let you skip ahead 10 seconds at a time.
Yeah. No, I was more so, did they give us the option now that we could actually watch it, sped up?
Oh, I haven't tried. Apple TV never let me do that. So if I'm sitting on the couch, what I do is I put plug the laptop in, run the HDMI cable over, and just deal with it.
Yeah, I will often on these early mornings, I will watch it off my cell phone or on my iPad. And now that I've lost that ability on it, I'm just checking to see if they have it for this most recent episode. But I suspect no.
Probably not. Greg, you're asking for something reasonable. Come on now.
Well, it was something that they had, and then they took it away. Like, why did you take that away from me? It was the only bit of joy I got in my life. And no, you can't do it.
What about your children? Child, sorry.
I stand by my statement.
Your wife?
But I do want to say, I want to give a special shout out here, because this is the perfect time as you ask about my child or children. A special shout out to Patrick, who was the captain of my son's hockey team this year, who apparently is a new listener. So thanks for listening, Patrick. And you can tell my kid that I said that the 1.5 times speed is the joy in my life.
Patrick, you might know my son also. He may show up at one of your hockey games. I apologize. He's a douchebag.
Your son?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know that his favorite thing to do is to come in at night and tell his stories?
From his work?
Oh, yeah. So What time does he get off work, Greg?
I don't know, 11 probably?
Yeah, 10, 10:30. What time on a weeknight? What time do you think I go to bed?
Long before that.
Not much before, but usually we're in bed, lights are off, James comes in, and there's a 20-minute info dump, especially with his mother.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, she is. And last night, the argument, I heard them arguing. I was like trying to figure out why they're arguing. And James was arguing all about the fact that he wanted to share something, and they didn't. And Trez wanted to come down and get the laundry, and James was like, "But Dad's watching SmackDown, and what I'm saying is so loud it'll get on his notes." And I was like, I'm glad that's your concern.
Yeah,
you're worried about.
Yeah, I know.
Greg, I gotta tell you, speaking of SmackDown, I like this show. I'm a bad person, aren't I?
This show was meh.
It was
It was there, but I don't know.
You didn't like SmackDown this week?
It was okay.
I feel like at the very least things are happening. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'd go that far with it, that things are happening. I think that I think I'm going to struggle between now and 4 weeks' time. We'll see. I don't know if I can make this next 4 weeks, Brad.
Why are you going to struggle, Greg?
I don't feel like this build to WrestleMania is doing it for me.
That's the funniest way to say that.
That's about what I got.
I don't know if
I'm really lagging here. Are you seeing a lag?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How about if I drop and just reboot and come back just in case it's on my end?
Okay. I'll just wait.
All right. Okay. All right. Here, I'll stop, I'll drop, and I'll reboot. 1 sec.
Okay. I'm not turning this off. I'm just going to get ready for Greg to come back.
You want to remake me a co-host? I can get the backup going.
Yep. Just give me a second. Make Greg a co-host. Oh, I gotta do this one. Hold on. Make Greg a co-host. And confirm.
Very cool.
All right. Well, I think we've yammered probably long enough now that we've done a reboot.
Yeah.
You left, just for the record, later on in the show, you left me unsupervised.
Probably.
So whatever. So what's going to happen later? Totally your fault.
Okay.
Podcast and sports entertainment is Brad, the dad and father Greg, the SmackDaddies.
Hello, friends, and welcome to your SmackDown review for the Hub. I am Brad, the dad, running shotgun with me is my tag team partner, Greg, Father Feltham.
Bless you, my son.
And we, of course, are your SmackDaddies, hanging out here, watching SmackDown so you don't have to. Actually, you should watch SmackDown. It's been great.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh, this is like Happy Brad and Grumpy Greg. This has become our shtick.
This is, I will turn you again, Brad. I will bring you to the dark side.
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
Greg, this was, I don't know.
I don't know either, Brad. I don't know how you thought that this was a great SmackDown going into WrestleMania in 4 weeks. Because I tell you, okay, did it help build to WrestleMania? This much.
1, 2, 3 matches.
Did it help to build to WrestleMania like this much?
We pretty much know all of the men's I would say we pretty much know all the SmackDown matches. It did screw over several people. Like that's also a classic SmackDown.
Here's the lens I try to look at this with. Am I more excited to watch WrestleMania after seeing this show? And the answer is maybe this much.
Greg, considering last week you threatened that you weren't going to watch WrestleMania at all, I think we made.
We're still like the probability of you watching WrestleMania may have gone from 8% to 10%.
The SmackDaddies WrestleMania review coming right after night 2 of WrestleMania.
Yeah, it'll be just Brad
hanging out by myself, talking about how much I love WrestleMania.
Yeah. There's at this point, there's a couple of things that I might want to watch on this. But in reality, there's a lot of stuff that I really don't want to or care to see on WrestleMania. So, all right, let's get into this.
Okay, so we have a walk and talk, classic SmackDown. Everybody's coming in. We're getting a sense of what we're going to watch tonight, which isn't very many matches, by the way, during this walk and talk.
No, and we also get a complete change in what we were promised last week.
You mean the fact that Tiffy's not getting a title match?
Yeah.
That was so they could have the ending that they had for this match.
I really hate WWE when they do this shit.
I hate the fact that it looks like Tiffy may not get on Mania, dude.
Do you know what? At this point, that's probably the best option.
I mean, pre-show. It's a pre-show.
But it, like... she had that big run last year up until December, and then she went missing and came back for nothing.
She came back to finish second at the Rumble, second at the Elimination Chamber, and going for the secondary title.
Yeah. It seems like, you know what? One might even...
Are you going to make a joke about Tiffy being number 2?
Well, no, one might even argue that it's pretty sloppy to have her as seconds all the time.
She's having a number 2 kind of year.
Yeah.
We got jokes, folks. People like our jokes, by the way, on social media. They've been the raise your fists and Johnny Cuckold we
did get Johnny Cuckolding because he apparently went to NXT
and won.
Yeah, I guess we didn't like that.
I guess he's going to go back to. Don't worry, he's not winning the title. He'll be back on SmackDown, lying on a crate shortly enough.
Excellent.
And when Johnny Depressing is away, the tag team division disappears.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that was okay. So Randy Orton was hearing voices in his head for recap number 1. And yeah, the biggest baby face on SmackDown comes out. Tell me what I'm telling lies.
You mean the biggest? Do you mean as Randy Orton comes out?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he gets to be confronted by the biggest jobber on SmackDown,
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona.
Stole his dad's gimmick.
I tell you.
Maybe that's why he was so vicious in that match later.
Well, honestly, Cardona did the only sensible thing he could and just come out and clock Randy Orton in the head with a microphone.
Yep. He attacked him, clocked him in the head with the microphone, and then basically fights until we get. And I mean, he's basically trying to get a match, which is the stupidest thing you could do with a broken arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't he learn from watching Cowboy Bob? That thing's never going to heal. He's going to be in a cast for the rest of his WWE run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one would think that he would know that, but yeah.
His wife's got a boot. He's going to have a thing on his arm.
Do you know what? It's important for you to be protected at all times. Is all I could say.
So this leads to Nick in the back. And yeah, Nick basically sets up their match later. But Randy wants to be reminded that, hey, we need you to know that I am going to lose my crap. And I'm not to be held responsible. Hinting to him doing something awful later.
What? No.
It's Randy Orton. He would never do anything like that.
No.
So before that, though, Nick's in the back. And he and Trick are talking. And him and Trick are now buddies because Trick is the number 1 draft pick to SmackDown.
He's completely enamored with Trick Williams.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a man crush.
Yes.
And he's here to tell Trick, you have a match at WrestleMania. And Sami walks in and basically gets told, you're a major asset, bud, but you're not the major asset.
Your asset needs to be sat in the seats, just like as if you were at Saturday Night's Main Event.
So Sami walks away, and finally he starts hearing voices in his head. And I thought back, Greg, a few weeks ago, you talked about the re-education of Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He had his re-education moment tonight. He went over and just whopped Trick. And he says, I'm going to get myself a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
That's a great way. You start your feud, Greg. Start your feud.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This to me is one of those things where it's like, really, this is what we're going to get here?
Next up, Greg, the Bella Twins.
Yes.
And remember I warned you?
You did.
You left me alone. So I got to work on something for the people.
All right.
This is my ode to the Bella Twins.
Wait, hold up. What year is this? Struck to the ring like it's 2010. Same old moves, here we go again. Big time entrance, spotlight glow. Match starts slow, then slower though. Crowd goes quiet, where's the spark? Feels like we're stuck in a rerun arc.
Oh, this ain't Total Divas anymore.
Curtains up, but we've seen this show before.
Take a bow, hit the pose.
Hear the crowd ignore.
This ain't Total Divas anymore.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Honestly, the line of the night here comes from Joe Tessitore.
Go ahead.
When Joe Tessitore says that this is a top-heavy female tag division, I nearly fell off my couch laughing.
Especially given that we had both Charlotte and Nikki in this match.
I was like, okay, Joe. Yep, that's what we got. A top-heavy female division.
Greg, I know you skip the entrances. You always skip the entrances, right?
No, I actually watched the entrances here.
Okay. Did you see the reaction for the guy whose girlfriend gets Nikki's top?
No.
Oh, I screen grabbed it for you because
Good.
I had to show this to you, and I may be figuring out a way to put this into the graphics. I'll need a better version of this picture. But Greg, look at the dude here.
Right.
So look, is that man's face one of happiness or disgust?
I think that's of happiness, but I think he hasn't realized yet that how much of a problem this is going to be for him later.
What do you mean?
I think if that's his girlfriend there next to him, I think that he realizes that he's going to be in for a really rough night.
Oh, I thought you meant the fact he was looking at it going, that just came off of Nikki Bella. I'm not sure if that is something that we need to wash before you can bring home, or if I'm not going to touch you later because,
No, I didn't go that route.
Okay, you went with the more PG route. I went with the oh my sweet God. Like, I looked at that guy's face, Greg, and I was like, I don't think he's a happy man.
See, he's got a nice smile on his face. I think he's in a happy mood.
But is that a smile, or is that him holding his teeth going, yeah?
I don't know.
See, that was why I looked at this and started chuckling. I was like, Nikki Bella, the reaction Nikki Bella gets, is it smiles or is it
all right. I can see that.
That now we're having this match, and the soccer moms are coming out for their match, and they are ready to fight Charlexa. And Greg, I don't know if I want, like, this match was tough. This was a tough match to watch as you watch Alexa Bliss sell for the Bella Twins.
Yeah. And this is where I really was like, this is what we got here.
I was so grateful that
this was over soon.
Well, yeah, first of all, I'm glad that they wasted some of this match time with the Irresistible Forces cutting promos, because this did not need all the time it had as it was. So thank God for them to come out. And basically,
when do you think you'd ever say, thank God that Nia Jax came out with a microphone?
Oh, I like the two of them together so much. I think they're the best part of this division, actually.
Right. But do you think a year ago or 2 years ago, you would have said those words out loud?
Not out loud. Nia Jax, she's dropping the LBs. She's putting on the muscle. She's putting in the work. And she's mentoring the next generation. Trick Williams' fiance, by the way. Lash.
Yeah.
You're like,
yes,
wait.
Because he actually, I was like, Nia Jax is Trick Williams' fiance? Like, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, he actually mentioned that he was going to call Lash with the whole WrestleMania. He's got a WrestleMania match.
Oh, they're both going to have WrestleMania matches this year.
Sure.
Except that one of them has to wrestle the Bella Twins.
Well, I mean, the nice thing with that is that WWE probably only has to pay for one hotel room, except with the Cardona show up, because they got to pay for two then.
Oh yeah, because she doesn't want to share with Matt.
Yeah.
Well,
legit, did you not see that story?
Oh yeah, I saw that story. No, I'm not sharing with you, Matt. You're a mess. Imagine how much harder it is too now that he only has one arm that works.
I tell you.
So this match, nothing really happens. All we see is the fact that they can't throw clotheslines. The Bellas can't throw clotheslines. They can't hit spine busters. They can't do anything competent in the ring, really, at all. And then Lash Legend eventually...
Isn't that the story of the Bellas' entire WWE run?
Right, but here's the thing. When they wrestled originally, there were a few women in the division that could wrestle. But pretty much everybody was around their level. I mean, you had Nick, you had, Light It Up, you had Natalia, like you had 2 or 3 of them that were really good. I'm trying to think who else. It was like Paige, like you had a bunch of women that were good, and then you had the Bellas, and it was like, yeah, this is. But most of them, there was a bunch of other models in there, and it was fine. But now when you see them wrestling actual wrestlers, you're like, oh yeah, you're way below what standards are today. Anyways, punch in the face to Alexa, and Brie pins Alexa Bliss in 2026, Greg. Like, I don't normally say bad words, and I won't right now, but I literally wrote my notes 3 F-bombs in a row.
Yep.
This blows. Thank God for the Irresistible Forces coming in, clearing the ring. And then Bayley and Lyra come down. So guess who the 4th team in this match at WrestleMania is?
Yep.
And they clear the ring. And then my favorite part was afterwards when Charlotte just pushes Brie on her ass. And it's like, yeah, you know what? You can pretend like you're a nice person. We know. Actually, Brie's fine. It's Nikki that I have an issue with. Brie can't wrestle. Nikki's a terrible person and can't wrestle. This I don't need this. This isn't Total Divas anymore, Greg.
Apparently not.
Okay, Jelly rolls in the back, and Greg, this was your favorite part, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, this was great.
The Judgment Day reunion with Jelly Roll, and the whole time, R-Truth trying to figure out.
I was going to say, yeah, the very first thing, R-Truth is seen with a PA or something in the back with a measuring tape, looking to build the clubhouse, and tells him, don't worry, charge it all to Nick Aldis's credit card.
Because we're getting a Judgment Day clubhouse, which in reality, you have the 3 best parts of that version of the Judgment Day here.
Yeah.
And technically the 4 best parts, if you think about it.
Yeah. I tell you, this brought a smile to my face to see Damian Priest's frustration with R-Truth. And then when R-Truth tells him, yeah, we're going to get a hot tub in, and he's like, oh, you know what? I can handle this.
I can deal with you being an idiot because everybody just does what you want. And they're not going to release you while you have those tag titles. So we're both safe.
That's right.
And then Jelly Roll walks in, and he's trying to figure out who Jelly Roll is. And he's like, we talked last week. And he's confusing Jelly Roll with Dominik Mysterio.
That's right. And then with Rhea Ripley in there too, he says, Liv's gonna get mad, but we gotta see, but it's great to see Dom and Mommy back together.
You're killing me.
Like, how can you not love R-Truth? I don't know. But the R-Truth Judgment Day segment in the back, oh, so great. So great.
They're the best. And the fact that we're going to they get a hot tub, I think that makes it better for everyone. Anyways, Greg, you're yawning. I'm choking.
Yeah.
Charlotte and the Bellas are there with Alexa, and yeah, they don't like each other. And I love that she takes her flannel and throws it at Brie.
Yeah.
This felt like it could have happened at a soccer game somewhere. And they all have other than poor Charlotte, the rest of them have kids around the same age. This could happen at a soccer game someday.
It might. You never know.
Oh, all right. Recap.
What recap we got this?
This was the J. This was number 2. This was the formation of the baddies.
Yeah.
A Facebook user commented that we were like, oh, give it a chance. It's like, and the other guy commented below, this is these are the D-listers. It's like, dude, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
And we begin the process of her fighting the baddies. The reason I'm calling them the baddies is that was what Jade's faction in AEW was called.
Was it? I don't remember. And this still annoys me beyond belief that I skipped over this, honestly.
Yeah, selfish backstabber. You skipped over the whole thing?
Well, I mean, it's not like that there was much to skip over here. You had...
They mathed off?
They mouth off. They're like, oh, we're going to send B-Fab out to have a match. Have B-Fab have a match. Bell rings, outside interference, game over.
Yeah, and Rhea basically, there's no offense from either B-Fab or Michin until Jade beats her down a little bit.
I've literally had bathroom breaks that are longer than this shit.
I've literally had something Boston Brewing that was longer than this.
Yep. Yep.
Greg, what the hell? Where are we going with this? I guess she's going to have to beat B-Fab one of these weeks, beat Michin another week. Is there any chance Jade's keeping this title? Because that's probably the worst outcome.
I friggin' hope not. But again, that would be whether or not Greg watches WrestleMania.
Greg, you know what could happen after this? We have the Bella Twins with the tag titles.
No.
Versus Michin and B-Fab, the baddies.
Will you stop? I fully understand Gorilla Monsoon at this point.
You fully understand why Gorilla Monsoon almost killed him every single week.
Yeah. Will you stop?
The next great thing, The Miz. He looks totally disheveled, by the way.
I love this. I love this so much. The Miz segment backstage and him stepping in gum.
Yes, and Kit Wilson listening to his tales of woe about how he dropped his phone in the toilet. His package was sent to Romania. He stepped in gum. And he's like, there's not enough disinfectant in Pittsburgh to clean my thing. Anyways, basically Miz sends Kid out there. You got this. You can handle this on your own. Basically saying, hey, man, I'm cursed. You don't want me anywhere near you. And he nearly walks into a light. Master, inspire, zone in. And then Danhausen shows up and he's like, hey, man, how come Miz will mentor you and not me? He says, what am I doing? And then he's like, cause you are, and then he gets cut off and says, no, you are cursed. Or more importantly,
you are cursed.
And I think he is cursed.
That's a distinct possibility here.
Did you see what happened to poor ISO Speed this week?
No, and nor do I really care.
He was cursed on Raw.
Was he?
Yeah, and then he had a stream that didn't work, that was delayed. He had a flight that was delayed. He got locked out of his YouTube channel temporarily. You are cursed.
All right.
Recap number 3. The chicken fight from last week.
They're really trying my patience.
See, you were just so positive for the last segment, and then Drew walks in and you're like, I hate this. I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre lost WrestleMania and he blames Jacob, and he shouldn't be here to fight, but he will fight if he has to. Hey, by the way, here's another recap. Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson recap so we can set up the match.
Sure.
Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson, and we come down and Kit Wilson cuts a promo making fun of Jelly Roll and defending his mother's honor in a poem. And Jelly Roll doesn't have a rap this week. He just says, come on, let's fight. And I got to tell you, I don't know how long they practiced this match, but Jelly Roll looked competent in the ring.
So this was bowling shoe ugly. Like, let's be honest here. But this was fun.
But okay, so if we're ranking wrestlers on this match, the Bella Twins actually paid professional wrestlers.
Right.
Versus Jelly Roll. Who is the worst wrestler?
Oh, that's easy.
The Bella Twins, right? They're worse. Jelly Roll has surpassed the Bella Twins in match number 2.
But here's where I really start to question things. Why was this in Pittsburgh?
Oh, I think this is not over. I think we're getting Miz and Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll and Danhausen in some sort of match.
Potentially, I could see that. I think that they blew this way too early. I think this is way too early in the process here, and should have been, waited 4 weeks.
I got to tell you, when Kid Wilson, when he could take the tourniquet, I was like, that's a little bit of a complicated move. And then choke slam for the win. Jelly Roll wins, and he gets to walk out with his kid. Aww.
Yeah, that was nice.
Recap number 5. Hey, Greg, did you watch Raw?
No.
Did you hear that that the big thing about Raw now is that apparently you talk about people's dead's dad, they stole Christian's gimmick.
Christian.
So we're not going to see anything with the MFTs. Was this too much MFT for you? Is this just enough?
No, even this is a little too much for me. I'll be honest with you.
Solo has the family in the back, and he apologizes, and he mentions that who would not apologize to your team when you screw up is Roman. But he does get his digs in about how we all need to work together in order to do this. And then Mello walks in and is like, "Hey, man, Tama Tonga, are you going to come after the title?" "No? Okay. Your loss." And Shinsuke is questioning him, stirring things up. And Tama Tonga comes back in and is like, "Hey, man," is basically like, "Dude, don't bring up the family." Meanwhile, I was like, wait, this is like New Japan 2 generations getting together and hanging out in the back.
All the shit I don't care about.
It's like these are guys who are not making it on WrestleMania. These are guys we're seeing in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on SmackDown.
Hopefully not even there.
Oh, dude, if you think we're avoiding an Andre the Giant Battle Royal,
I don't know.
Okay, I did not see this next piece coming. So, US title open match, and it's Mello out there waiting through the commercial, and down comes Sami Zayn.
I saw it coming because I got an email in advance telling me it was going to happen.
Oh, who emailed you? WWE?
No, it's
Fightful.
Yeah, I think it was Fightful through WrestleVotes or whatever. Had this and spoiled this like in really early in the day too.
Screw you. This is why I don't read my emails at all.
I was no. I purposely clicked on it. When did this come in? Let's see. Oh no, it wasn't really early in the day. It was 7:30, so like an hour and a half before showtime.
So Trick Willie comes out to watch this match. He gets a chair. I mean, I love the interaction here with these guys. This was just great. Trick Williams and Wade Barrett. This match also great. Like these guys can't have a bad match. The only thing that's bad about this match is that we got a first 48 and a Blue Thunderbomb kick out, and then we have Trick Williams get up. He gets involved in the match. He basically throws the title in and then causes a distraction by the ref. And then when they fight towards the ropes, he tries to punch Sami with his watch and instead hits Mello. And then Sammy's like, shrug shoulders, I'm going to actually be a bad guy. And he hits the haluva kick, 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn finally learned, hey, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Right.
And Mello's going to be pissed when he sees this.
Willie?
Yes. Shouldn't he be?
I don't know.
Dude, I feel bad for both Mello and for Dragunov. They have been wrestling. They've been filling these 3-hour SmackDowns with quality matches, and I don't think either of them are going to WrestleMania.
Fair.
And they're not getting in this match. I figured we might get these guys thrown into something with Sami and Trick in a multiple man match. But now, well, welcome to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Do you know who wishes he was in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Who?
Royce Keys.
Yeah, that guy went and vanished, didn't he?
You know, that was a great idea. He needed to be in that Royal Rumble. He needed to make that big debut.
Yeah.
Listen, I think they should be paying him all that money that he's getting, but he should be in NXT. NXT needs men for their men's division, and this dude's doing nothing.
Is their men's division top heavy or?
It's bottom heavy.
Oh, is it?
As in, there's nobody in it.
All right, moving on.
Craig, I'm going to make one more joke. They had to bring Johnny Depressing down in order to fill up their men's division. The jobber to the stars had to go back down to main event. Okay,
good old Johnny.
Hey, Jacob's back, and he's going to do his talking in the ring. My favorite part about this whole thing was the cutback from the commercial. Did you see the Steelers?
Yes, I did, and them chugging beer.
Those boys were getting hammered.
Yes, they were.
That was off-season preparations, baby. Sami walked.
Yes,
those guys got comped tickets, and they were like, nobody else on the team wants to go?
All
right, we got this. Do we get beers? We got this. So I was waiting for like something from, Mello talking about how he got screwed. No, Sami's just celebrating with Nick, and he asks him about his WrestleMania match, and it's going to be Trick Williams. Greg, we have a U.S. title match on WrestleMania.
Yes.
Whoop that trick.
A match that we just already had announced anyway.
Whoop that trick, Greg. Hey, Greg, more recaps. Chicken Fight Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. All right, so the best part of Jacob Fatu's promo was his shirt. Did you look at it?
Yes, it's F around, and I can't remember what the bottom part says.
F around and try us.
And try us.
Because he's Fatu, so it spells out F-A-E.
Yeah, I didn't have that. Okay.
But basically, he says, hey, man, you beat me down. You took the fight to me. But you know what? I'm not done. You ain't taking food out of my kid's mouth. And before Drew he can get really into it, Drew comes out, cuts him off, says, you cost me my title. Look me in the eyes. I want you to see this. Screw your kids. And before they could get into it, right then and there, Nick says, hey, guys, you guys are having a WrestleMania match, but the company's not going to insure you. You are ununionized labor, right. You are independent contractors, so you'll have an independent contractors match. Oh, wait, no, it's called unsanctioned.
Yeah.
Greg, they didn't listen to us. I don't want an unsanctioned. I want a cinematic match.
Right.
There should be big parts of this that are cinematic.
Yeah, they're just adding more reasons for me not to want to watch WrestleMania.
This match should be friggin' good.
I don't know.
This is Edge McFoley, the year that Edge lost the title and should have been world champion going into, but they had to put it back on Cena.
It's sure it's gonna be good, but like I don't care. Like, I really don't care about Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu having a feud.
I do, because I think Jacob's going to get his first big WrestleMania win. He won last year the U.S. title. This year's his big singles feud. He should be in the mix next year.
Sure, but we said that last year.
Well, they don't listen to us. I mean, next year, that it's Sami Mania.
Well, maybe.
Sami Mania in Saudi Arabia.
Maybe. Right now, they're not even sure they can do Night of Champions over there.
Well, that assumes that the country's still standing by this time next year.
Yeah, well, let's keep going.
Oh, Greg's like, you're getting political. Also, Greg's running out of time. All right, Cardona.
Both those things.
Cardona and Jelly Roll are in the back. Jelly Roll's trying to talk Cardona down. And Cardona's like, hey, man, it's going to fight. And then we find out that he's on his way to the arena. Cody Rhodes is on his way. In his bus.
Yes, because it hasn't been parked there back all day.
Well, he went out to get he went to 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee. Tiffy time in her butterfly top, Greg. Rate this ring gear.
I can't in good conscience.
In case your new young fan talks to your wife later?
Sure. We'll say that.
Or tells your son, and then your son holds it for blackmail over you?
Both those things are possibilities, not gonna lie. Mm-hmm.
Tiffany says we got off on the wrong, Chelsea tries to talk to her and says, Tiffy, we got off on the wrong foot. And
which is pretty funny with Tiffy, with Chelsea.
I love how she tries to push her away, and it's like Alba Fire's there to be like, no, not this time. I'm a two-time U.S. champ, Greg, and 2 times loser is what Tiffy calls her, and she's out for the ring.
Again, not wrong.
But she could have used her help.
Could have.
Julia and Tiffy, this match literally put me to sleep. I dozed off during this match. I woke up in time to see the moonsault landing into knees and a pin.
I could see that.
Why, Greg?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know, Brad. I wish I could tell you.
These girls got nothing for WrestleMania, and we're not helping them.
No.
But you know who's got something for WrestleMania? Brock and Oba.
Yay.
As long as Oba wins.
Again, yay.
Greg, did you see him? Did you see that walk? I'm doing the walk right now, Greg.
I know. I can see you doing the walk.
That's how I walk into my office from now on.
I assumed that's how you walk into work in the morning.
We also get Randy versus Cody promos, and as we start this match with Randy versus Cardona.
Yay.
Cardona does the one thing that he should do, which is rush the ring and hit him with the cast.
Yep.
And then I love how Wade's like, it's a weapon. You can't use that. Like, dude, Cowboy Bob.
That's right. The precedent is there from Cowboy Bob.
The Cowboy Bob memorial rule. We also see clips of the phone guy throughout the show. So they are definitely hinting. Greg wants Greg's going to be on his left, like in, from our favorite Marvel movie. Do you know which line I'm referring to?
No, because I don't watch Marvel movies.
It was Sam Wilson getting lapped by Captain America. And he kept being on his left was mean that he was taking victory laps. Because Sam Wilson's a human. And of course, Captain America has a super soldier formula. So he's on drugs, right?
I know you're saying words.
Greg's like, I'm not that kind of nerd. I like sports, Bradley. I don't watch.
Yeah, I really have no idea what you're talking about, and that's the funny thing.
By the way, let me publicly thank you for that T-shirt. I might keep wearing it to church every Sunday.
So you're not going to wear that other T-shirt I sent you?
The dildo one?
No. The one I sent you a picture of one this week, an Easter one for church.
Oh, I might get that one. Well, you may have to post that later so that people know what we're talking about.
I was going to say, I just like sending Brad either purchasing or sending him funny T-shirts that I know he's never going to wear, but to me make me laugh out loud.
Some of them I will wear. I have a very interesting T-shirt collection.
Eclectic.
So this match was basically them taking the cast off and working Cardona's hand, and Cardona selling the hand. And then anytime he got the hint of offense, he got like poked in the eye or like had his hand slammed into something. And this match also was the like with the Randy Orton promo earlier, where the Randy Orton talks about listening to the voices in his head and the crowd cheers. And then Randy Orton talks about how he did something awful to Cardona and the crowd cheers. In this one, when the crowd starts cheering for him when he's like dismantling his hand, the Randy, it's like Cardona was set up to fail with this match.
What? No, we don't set up jobbers to fail.
I can't believe you keep dropping those J-bombs. Poor Matt Cardona. He's the king of the indies.
Not anymore. He's the king of jobbing because he won one match since he's come back.
I don't think he won his first match for sure.
Oh, let's
Anyways, you look it up while I finish this off, because eventually Orton just basically drags him to the middle of the ring, RKOs him, and I think he's gonna like do something else. Nope. Just pins him.
So yeah, so he won that first match. back on January 2nd against Kit Wilson. Lost to Trick Williams in number one contender qualifying match for WWE Undisputed title. Dark match lost to Trick Williams at SmackDown in Saudi Arabia. Lost in the Royal Rumble. Lost in the MFTs defeating the jobber crew of Apollo, Carmella, Ilya, Cardona, and Shinsuke. That was in February. US title match lost to Carmelo Hayes. Main event, which we don't count. And Randy Orton. Lost to Randy Orton.
His wife wins more than he does.
Yeah. I guess his wife is on top more than he is. I just make Brad shake his head. Move on.
I was trying to find that one in post when we put the clip up.
You're going to try to find the drum roll? Yeah.
Because that is definitely you earned the rim shot for that. The rim shot.
Well, well, yeah. Moving on.
Hey, wait, that kid still listen to this podcast?
I listen. That's what that's called.
Parental discretion is advised.
You're gonna have to put that off the top now.
We're gonna have to put. Listen, anybody who knows Greg in real life, maybe don't repeat some of these lines to his wife. So Cody makes the beeline for the ring. The best part is I'm live at this point, so I get to see the whole commercial thing. And there's these two security guards following Cody who don't know what they're supposed to do. They weren't given very good instructions for their day labor.
I really wonder about how inept WWE security is, because so Cody comes down to the ring and, then there's a brawl. Okay, fine. They eventually get them in the ring. They separate them into corners. Why do you do this? Because you know what happens every single time they separate people into corners. One breaks out, attacks the other. Then they get separated again. Then one breaks out. The other one breaks out and attacks the other. Why do we keep doing this? And why does security not come out and, as much as I kind of don't mind this, but we haven't seen it in a while, put a pair of freaking zip ties on them or something and get them out of there.
Hey, I have a better question for you. Why do we send down agents like, that are retired?
Idiots, you mean?
Well, no, the agents who are retired. So I was watching, what was Chad Gable's former partner? You know what I mean? The African-American gentleman with the bad neck.
Jason Jordan.
Yeah. So Jason Jordan's there. I'm like, that dude can't take a bump. Why is he here? And then I see Kenny Dykstra. I'm like, I don't think he can take a bump either.
Yeah.
Why are the guys who can't bump in the ring?
That's what we do.
Anyways, I'm watching all those guys. And then finally, Jelly Roll comes out. He's going to be the peacemaker. Stands there. I'm like, I hope his kid's like not watching this. Because Jelly Roll, because he gets an RKO out of nowhere.
Right.
And at that point, everything changes. Randy's gone. Everyone's like, Jelly, no!
And
in Pittsburgh.
That's where we call it.
That's what we call it, Greg.
And this is where we get tonight's episode title, because I called it Jelly-RKO.
That sounds like a delicious Oreo.
Jelly-RKO?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You know what time it is? It's time for the synopsis.
This is your SmackDown synopsis.
And your synopsis tonight is brought to you by SmackDaddies.ca, where you can see all of our old stuff, our videos, and also follow us on our social media. Like us, subscribe. Greg, we are getting traction on things like Meta on YouTube and on Instagram, on Facebook. People like our videos. They think we're funny.
I love that Brad assumes that I have any idea of what he's talking about in any of this.
Yes, I do run the social media. And Greg, you contribute a great deal. You know how? You say such smart-ass things that make people laugh.
Listen, I am here to look pretty, and I don't do a good job at that.
You're a grade A talent with a smart-ass mouth.
I'm something, Brad. I'm something.
Listen, your wife, let's just say she
No.
I was gonna say she
no.
overshot her coverage.
No, she did. No, she did. All right.
Don't repeat that to her. I want her to like me.
So yeah, I was gonna say, if you ever want the chance for us to do a road trip again, don't repeat that.
Okay, so Greg,
right.
What do you want to do with this show other than throw it in the garbage?
Well, a lot of it's gonna throw in the garbage. All right,
Go back. I'm at the top. I'm at the top.
All right.
You ready to fire away?
I'm ready to fire away.
Okay. Where we have the baby faces, we have Randy Orton, the biggest baby face in SmackDown, cutting his promo where the fans cheer about him hearing voices and wanting to kill people.
Yeah, this is meh.
This is okay. I know where you're at. This is
yeah. Speaking of which, that guy's still alive.
He's not going to get on WrestleMania at this point.
No.
Listen,
the only thing that was saying here is that Matt Cardona came out, instead of doing anything, just pops him in the head with a microphone.
Winner, chicken dinner. Nick is setting up Trick Williams blowing smoke.
I was going to say Nick Aldis thinks Trick Williams is a sexy boy.
Yes, he definitely thinks he's a sexy boy.
Sure.
That is. So we'll go with a.
Yeah.
All right, Greg.
In our top-heavy female division match.
Top-heavy female division match.
Female tag division match. Yeah.
What do you want to do with the tag division with this match?
Oh, yeah. We don't need this. Yeah.
Except that this turd is just going to circle the bowl all the way to WrestleMania.
All right.
Greg, I'm going to keep going. That includes all of the stuff. I'm just putting all of the Bella stuff, everything in there. But we're in the back now, Greg, with RTruth.
Oh, yeah. The best part of the night here.
You are the greatest of all time.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And how about the Miz and the Danhausen stuff?
Oh, love that. That was so good.
He's a goddamn national treasure.
That's very true. I was going to say, I assumed you were going to do the "You Are Cursed" there.
Oh no, because that is good. That's not. We're not cursed. If we get more Danhausen, I'm terrified that after WrestleMania they're going to be like, and you're a Raw exclusive, and we're like, no. We get RTruth, Danhausen, and you get the MFTs.
Yeah, listen. If we could only be so lucky. You kind of skipped over the whole, Rhea Ripley and BFAB crap.
Oh, did I? Did you want me to talk about that at all?
No, but I assumed you had a sound effect for it.
Yeah, it was just a good old fashioned.
Excellent.
Kit Wilson and Jelly Rollin', the bowling shoe ugly match of the night.
Yeah, again, I liked it. Feel good match, but I don't think this was the right spot for it.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was.
Yeah.
No, I think your first one was right. I think it was a good. It was good for what it was for, but I just think the location here is wrong. I think this is too early.
Solo and the MFTs.
Yeah, I think it was premature. Solo, the MFTs. Oh. No. I think I see the choir forming behind you.
Okay, I know what you want, Greg.
Just get up.
Oh, Lord above, hear grace cry, send them to Raw, don't ask him why. He's seen enough, he's had his fill. Please take them now.
Thank you, choir. Always appreciate you being able to be ready for us on a Saturday morning.
U.S. title win for Sami Zayn.
This was, again, I like the match. I'm getting a little annoyed with the interference. And, we get a match at a Mania for this. So, yeah, that's okay. Like it.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. And
that traumatizes me every time you play that. You know that, right?
oh, sorry, I forgot that's not a happy sound for you.
Well, I mean, it is, but in normal contexts. But if you play it in wrestling, I think of that fateful match in Montreal.
Jacob Fatu and Drew getting their match.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming. It's a
things I don't give a shit about for 200, please.
Cardona and Jelly Roll hanging out. Yeah, I know. That was more like a story. I keep getting
I don't know what they paid Jelly Roll, but I mean they had to have him in like 8 segments on this show. Probably didn't need this one.
Yeah, this was probably the one. Tiffy and the whole match. What do you want to do with the Tiffy time?
Well, I enjoy my Tiffy time. I really do. This isn't about Tiffy. This is about WWE not giving us what they promised. So, as a principle, I have to say no on this match.
Yeah, it was a bust. That was a nope. I'm gonna put Randy and Cardona and Cody, that whole thing. This was basically one giant segment in their show.
Yeah, I didn't like this. I don't need this. This to me was just it did it advance Randy and Cody? Sure. Did it do anything for jobber Matt Cardona? No. At this point, you might as well just play radio.
Oh, you're killing me, Greg.
What? I play that in hockey every once in a while too.
Yeah, this is where Matt Cardona's career is going.
Woo woo woo, you know it.
Yeah, I think at some point we'll have him being Zack Ryder again and in catering. So overall, Greg,
did it bring you down?
No, I got to tell you, I think I brought you up. I think you had a lot of fun talking about this show, and you enjoyed more of this show than you thought at the beginning. I think some of my positivity, the stuff that you said that you hated was the stuff that I was like, yep. I got to tell you though, I'm not done with the novelty of seeing Matt Cardona on shows in good lighting in 4K.
Just keep away from pizza cutters.
Oh God. I was like this. If Nick Gage shows up to challenge him, I was like, maybe that's it. Matt Cardona will eventually win the US title and Nick Gage will answer the open challenge.
Brent Lauderdale.
Oh God. None of those matches, dude. None of those matches. So WrestleMania is now only 3 weeks away and Greg is 1.2% more likely to watch the show.
Yeah, that's about right. We're still like 90% of Greg not watching this show.
But it was 92% last week, so now we're getting there.
We're getting there. Can we get above a 50% for Greg to watch WrestleMania?
I am you don't want to watch Roman Reigns and CM Punk?
No, God, no. That's one of the big reasons why I don't want to watch WrestleMania is CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
In the match where one's talking about how old the other one is, the other one's making fun of their dad. Their dead dad.
No, that is one of those reasons why I'm like, I really have absolutely zero desire to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
So Greg is more likely to watch WrestleMania Night 1 than WrestleMania Night 2.
I don't know which one is on which night, but I mean, the drawing point for me right now for WrestleMania, quite frankly, is the Vicker and Morgan match, because I think that's going to be fun. Rhea Ripley and Cargill, only to see Cargill get destroyed by Rhea Ripley. That's the hope. I'm curious to see what spectacle the Obafemi Brock Lesnar match is going to be. And that's really what I want to see on WrestleMania at this point.
Can 6 very talented women carry the Bellas to a match that is passable. That is also a sick fascination.
Find out more next week on SmackDown to see if we get there.
Bye, friends.
The SmackDaddies. The revolutionary.